Hello, everyone. Mystic Magic Lady here. Let's get into the energy for today, September 12th, 2021. But whenever you see this will be the right time for you. All right. Hope you're all doing well. All right. Let's get into the energy for today. What's the energy on the collective? What are our challenges and our potential outcomes? September 12th. What's the collective energy? What is the energy, September 12th? September 12th on the collective. Okay. All right, let's get into the energy for today, September 12th. What is the collective feeling? There's too many cards there. Okay, what is the energy today? Aha, communication. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords don't play. Okay, this is energy of knowing what you want, being able to clearly communicate, being very sharp with your words, not being over emotional, being able to, clearly, this is about the intellect, using your mind to clearly communicate. Yeah, this is, so for some of you, there's definitely some communications that's going to be happening. You could be receiving a message from someone as well for some of you, but it's definitely an energy of really being clear in your communication and being able to cut through the nonsense, cut through any bullshit anyone's telling you. Okay, being able to really be clear on your words and clearly see what it is that you want and communicate that. Okay, so there could be a lot of mental activity going on, feeling a lot of intellectual stimulation, and really, for some of you, maybe having some big talks with people, or just, being able to clearly communicate what it is that you need and want. Let's see what the challenge is for today. Okay, hold on, let me get these cards that are falling. Okay, so the challenge is balance. So there's a challenge here to, for some of you, have some patience on some situation. For some of you, this is really being able to have patience. This is maybe a challenge to really moderate your life right now. There could be a challenge for some of you with, having to find some balance in some situation, or just in, in your life in general. And really, right now could have you a little challenged. Could be a little difficult trying to really be able to moderate things in your life right now. There could be some patience that's needed in some area of your life, which may be a little difficult right now. Patience is something we all struggle with sometimes. Okay, but there's this energy of communication, and to be able to clearly communicate what it is that you need, what you want, what's going on in your situation. But there's this challenge here of having patience, maybe with other people, having patience in a situation, and being able to balance some situation. Let's see, what is the outcome, please? Wow. Judgment. Okay. So for some of you, this is, perhaps having to make a big decision about something, a judgment call, okay? And it could have something to do with this challenge of trying to moderate things in your life. There may be, something you've had to really try and figure out, some aspects in your life of how you could really, just moderate things and have some balance. And that's a challenge right now, and that could lead to really having to make a decision about something. Um, Perhaps maybe have to have a second chance at something. The judgment talks about, second chances sometimes occurring. Let's clarify these energies. Okay, let's see here. Let's clarify the energy for today with this Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, what is this about? This is a very intellectual energy, a lot of thinking, a lot of communication happening. Some of you might be getting some clear ideas, just some clarity on a situation and really understanding some situation better. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords, please. What is the energy today? One card, please. Okay. Okay. The Two of Cups. So there's going to be some clear communication with some of you having to do with a love union. Someone that you are, someone that you love coming together with a partner or someone that you really have a strong emotional bond to. This is really being able to communicate clearly to that, with that person in that situation. So whether this is clearly communicating your feelings about someone or about, a partner or some love interest, and being able to clearly communicate about your feelings and about, getting together. For some of you, you could be hearing a message from a loved one, someone that, you are either romantically involved with or would like to be, or someone could be sending you a message that they want to get together in a romantic, loving sort of way. Now, if you don't have that sort of situation going on, this could just be someone that could be someone in your family or, a friend or a loved one that wants to communicate, that wants to come together, that, maybe you haven't seen in a while. There's going to be some communication. Um, for some of you too, this could be, just being able to clearly communicate within yourself or, to clearly have an understanding of what it is that you want to create, to have this love union, right? Some, some, some clarity might come in for you about what it is that that you do want, that you're looking for to bring this in, okay? Um, and for others, there could be some clarity on a situation that, maybe you have in the past not been able to clearly understand a union or understand something, your feelings, or be able to communicate with someone about some love situation. Some of you are going to have some clarity. Some of you are going to have some clarity on what it is that you want to. You might not have a partner, or you might not have this lover yet that you want to get together with, but you're going to have some clarity for some of you that you even want it. Some of you might realize that you're really looking for some love, and that might could come clear to you. Okay. But like I said, for others, there's definitely some clear communication happening with someone that you really care about, emotionally bonded to, and you might be planning on how you could get together, how you could see this person and be able to come together. Let's clarify the Temperance here. And for some of you too, like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic love. This could be friendship. This could be, family, just, communicating with someone that you are emotionally bonded to and trying to figure out how you could see that person, or just being able to share a conversation and maybe try and make plans to see each other. For some of you, there may be just some events. There just may be some clarity. There may be some coming together with people, and people being clear and being able to really communicate and come together in a loving way and have clear communication and celebration. I feel like I have a little celebration here too. Let's clarify, what is the Challenge here with the Temperance, trying to balance, having a challenge, difficult time, finding moderation and balance. Some of you might be challenged with patience. Okay. So the issue for some of you, the challenge here is with this Ten of Swords and the Temperance. This is about letting go, and ending cycles that have been a struggle and have been, maybe some fears. There could have been some struggles in a situation that you're, trying to end, and, having a hard time balancing, regaining balance perhaps after some difficult struggle. And for some of you, there may be a challenge having patience and being able to let go of something. There's definitely an ending of a cycle, that has been stressful, and it's, being able to let go of fears and ego attachments and situations that have brought on a lot of mental, um, stress and situations that have been difficult. Okay. So it's, there's a challenge for some of us to maybe still have patience with ourselves and with the situations that are ending, that we are trying to let go of, um, and really being able to balance yourself and to, have patience with yourself too, as you're ending some cycles that have been difficult. Okay, so there's still a challenge to really, find your balance and recover from some difficult situations that you might be closing up. Okay, and also for some of you, it's just a challenge to really take that step to really be able to balance your life and to make these calls and see where things are too stressful, where cycles and things need to end. It could still be a challenge to really find that balance and figure out how you can moderate your life and close up cycles that have been stressful and find more balance. Still a bit of a challenge here, picking up. Also, the fact that patience is needed still. Okay, and I feel the patience is more needed with yourself, and your patience is needed with yourself and with your, um, ability to close up cycles that have been difficult. Okay, and balance yourself. Okay, it's still a challenge, and it's hard to do. So, still working through that. Okay, but, definitely there's clear communication, and for some of you, you really are starting to see what it is that you clearly want and how you clearly want to bring in, love in your life and what that means for you, and cutting out these difficult situations and cycles that, in the past probably have brought, um, negative outcomes and, difficult times, stressful situations. Okay, you're starting to clearly probably see how to let go of some of that, but it's a challenge still, and just trying to rebalance and have patience with yourself. Let's clarify the Judgment card here. What is this outcome about? Clarify the Judgment. Okay, Five of Cups. So this is about, disappointment, okay? Emotional unfulfillment, and being able to let go of the sadness and the disappointment. Okay, so for some of you, you really are maybe in a situation where, you're closing some cycles, you're really trying to find balance and end some difficult situations in your life, right? And that could mean that you might need to make some big decisions, some big judgment calls here. You might have to, really make, big decisions on, situations that you need to end. Okay, and having to make some big judgment calls on, letting go of the past, difficulties, the past disappointment and regrets, right? Making, having to make that decision to, focus on the positive side, focus on what you still have, because some of you have lost a lot, emotionally, been invested in some situations, and you know took up a lot of your mental space. Okay, there's been some stressful situations that have been difficult on you emotionally and mentally draining. Okay, and where some of you have to really make a decision, because you clearly know what you want. I believe for a lot of you, there's a couple things. A lot of you, this has to do with love, okay, in either a love situation or just in general what you want out of love, and you're starting to become clear about that. And then perhaps if you're involved with someone or there's a love connection going on, you're going to communicate, and maybe this person is going to be communicating with you, and there's going to be some clarity on what it is that you want to bring into this union. But there's definitely some things that need to be addressed, and some balance and patience that's still needed, and some looking at, closing negative cycles that haven't worked in the past and that have been draining and difficult. Okay, so you're going to have to make a judgment call, make a decision for some of you on some situations, and how you are going to really let go of the past disappointment and look at how you could move forward and concentrate on what you do have, and what you could bring into your life, and just let go of the rest, letting go of the stress and the tension and the emotional disappointment. Okay, for some of you too, there may be a second chance coming in for you, and it may have to do with something that you might have thought was over. There may be a second chance at something that maybe was a little disappointing in the past, but maybe there's going to be a chance to really, recover what is still left. If this is a relationship, really looking at what you still, what you have left in the relationship that you could focus on that is loving, and um, perhaps having a second chance at trying to, with clarity, communicate what you need to move forward in some situation that has left you unfulfilled in the past. For others of you, could be career, something that you really love, trying to get together, having clarity, maybe with yourself on, how you could really move forward in the direction that you want, in some, if it's career or job or something that you love, and are working with somebody else that that could be, and really having to look at where you need to balance in your life, and having a little hard time of like letting go of the situations. And if it's work related, there may be an ending of a cycle. You might be stepping out of a position, or looking at maybe a second chance in your job, maybe in a different department, or maybe having to make a decision about your job and letting go of maybe the disappointments or the struggles in your work situation. And for some of you, might have to make a decision and look at how you could move on in a more positive direction. Okay, so let's get a little message here from our unicorn friends. A little guidance and advice. What do people need to know? Have some patience with themselves. Let go of what is not serving you. Let go of those difficult situations. It's not easy. Some of you are really still hanging on to some ego stuff, to some fears, to situations that are not serving you, and you're really trying to recover. You're trying to have balance, and you're going to have to make a decision. Some of you are going to have to really let go of all that disappointment, and make a decision to move forward and close those chapters, and try and find that balance and moderate your life. You're really going to have to for some of you, really have to make a big decision. Some of you might have to decide between two relationships or two situations. Maybe there's a couple of work opportunities, and for some of you, this is just really clearly getting clear on what it is that you want for your life, for in love or in career. Picking up a lot of love here, just so you know. But really looking at, being clear on what you want to bring in your love life and in your life. And, there's this challenge of still trying to balance, and the temperance, is like, able to create and make magic out of life. It's like alchemy. It's being able to balance. It's being able to take the ingredients that you have available and create some situation for yourself that's going to bring in more balance, moderation, healing. This is also a healing card. So there's definitely a need to, for some of you, let go of past situations, past, negative thinking. This could be, just trying to let go of your own self-sabotage, okay? And trying to have patience with yourself and and let go of the disappointing situations, relationships, jobs, careers, whatever it is that has been difficult, and make a decision, on either a person or some situation that you need to decide whether, which way you're going to go. And if you are going to, just really let go of all of that disappointment and negativity, you're going to close up those cycles. Any advice today, unicorns? Thanks for the clarification. Decide, okay? There's a decision. There's a judgment call here. Some of you really have to make a decision here. Now, it's going to be different for each one of you, but you have to decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. And that's up here too, being clear. Some of you are, really starting to get clear with yourselves. What do you want? What do you want out of your love life, or, that job that you love, or, whatever it is for you. I'm picking up a lot of, love stuff, but that doesn't have to be for everyone. It could be what you love to do. But there's definitely a decision that needs to be made. There's clarity coming in here for a lot of you. You're becoming clear and you need to communicate. Even if that's just with yourself, and being able to communicate with yourself and to admit to yourself, and make a decision on what it is that you want. And it's difficult. It's difficult letting go of those old situations. We hang on tightly sometimes to people and, jobs and situations that no longer serve us and may be stressful, but we get comfortable. And there's fear behind there. But it's time to have patience with yourself. It's time to really start making your magic and letting go of what's no longer serving you. There's a decision to be made here. You have to decide. Once you make that decision, then you are letting the universe know, and then you could start working towards that goal. And once you decide what it is you want, then you can, invite it in, let it in. But definitely decide, make a decision. There's definitely some kind of judgment call here. You have to decide on how you're going to move forward and bring in the love stuff, bring in the things that you love, whether it's that relationship or that job or the things going on at home. But there's a need to have patience with yourself and really let go of those old negative cycles. But there's something that has to be decided here, and you're becoming clear. Now with that clarity, make the decision so you could move forward and let go of the past disappointments and situations that were stressful and didn't work out. Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave it there. There's a lot of energy happening. There's a lot of clarity coming in for a lot of you. A good day to, journal and just have a few minutes, if you can, with yourself and with your thoughts, and really start making these decisions about what it is that you want, so you could start bringing that in and letting go of what has not been working. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Make the decision about what you want. Okay. There's a big decision for some of you. For some of you, you could have like two lovers, or you have to make a decision. For some of you, this could be work related. But whatever it is, there's definitely some clarity coming in. And I know it's going to be hard to have patience and to find balance, but it's needed. And you need to decide what you want and make that judgment call so you could start working on fulfillment and leave behind the disappointment, the things that were unfulfilling, and quite honestly, a big struggle. Let it go and make a decision. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you heard the messages you needed to hear today. I hope you are able to get some quiet time so you could really try to find some balance within yourself and get some clarity on what it is you want to do and make that decision and do it, right? All right, my loves, have a lovely day. I will see you all soon. Love and light.